guys. Welcome on into the booth. They've been waiting for a while. Toad Death and you guys take it away from here. This is your caster duo for tonight.
Yeah, thank you very much, Debit and Maz, as they slink away and they leave the commentators to commentate. How you doing, Annam?
Doing well. I was doing better until I saw some of my drop shot highlights or lowlights, as you would say, through some of those clips. But now I'm doing good. How about yourself?
You know, I was feeling pretty good until I got the power rankings, and we put it out of our minds. It's fine. I got clipped on by Luis. We put that out of our mind, and it's fine. There's other Rocket League to be had.
Yeah, I can at least take that we ended up winning our match, so I can take some positives despite, I think, my 60-point performance there in that drop match. But we're going to move on.
Yeah, I'm not doing player ratings, so it will not affect your season score, and everybody can take a deep sigh of relief. But you know who can't be relieved is EC Eternal. They have a doozy of a matchup up against the I guess they are undefeated, right? This is the undefeated Rebellion in Season 10.
Yeah, we're seeing a Rebellion team that is coming off a big cup win. Obviously, they went 4-0 versus Los Verdes, but their last time in the championship, they had a 3-2 win over Steel Army, who technically top of the table at 3-1, but Rebellion 3-0 looking to push it to 4-0 against a Eternal team that's 1-2 right now.
Yeah, I think between the two, you might probably go for Rebellion. They haven't dropped any points yet. It's just games in hand, and people talk about how games in hand aren't really worth too much until they're played out, which I can agree, but Rebellion hasn't dropped any points. Those games in hand look like they're going to come good.
Yeah, what I really like about Rebellion, I mean, it's just straight up offense. You look at the stats across the table for them, they're pretty much at the top of just about every single category that you're going to be looking for. You look at Polar and Shorts are tied in the championship with 20 goals apiece, tied with Blitz of Steel Army. And this is just a team that has been winning with a lot of high scoring. You look at their matches both within the championship, and if you include that Cup Play 4-0 sweep of Los Verdes, they're winning their games by more than 4 goals per game. So that is just insane when it comes to kind of consistent offense and really, I mean, in my opinion, kind of a consistent domination.
They outscore their opponents an absurd number of goals to a less absurd number of goals. But EC Eternal have I guess they have a negative goal difference right now headed into this game. So we'll see if they can somehow turn it around. They have a lot of talented players, and we're kind of all waiting around to see how much they're going to gel this season, how well they can hit their ceiling, and what that ceiling is like. But Rebellion's already peaked. They've already peaked, and I think they're going to keep peaking. So
Yeah, I think if we're looking for something for Eternal, I think there is something to say that they are playing better in their last 2 matches. They kind of have found themselves. They lost their first 2 in kind of close fashion. Wasn't necessarily playing their best. You heard some of their comments that they were still trying to gel a little bit. But Philosophy Girl and Husky has tied their in the lead with 8 goals apiece for them. And they've had consistency. They beat Los Verdes 3-0 last time in their championship match, and they defeated Axe and Rose 4-3 in a really close cup tie. Every single one of those games was really close until that Game 7 where the EC Eternal squad took it by, I believe it was a 4-1 score. But you're looking at a team that Huskies got 6 in their last game on just 8 shots. Philosophy had 3 goals in that last one. So I think they've finally started to gel, and that's what it's about. It's about consistency, but at the same time, you said it, Rebellion's offense is going to be bringing it tonight.
Yeah, the classic is how do you pick them? And this stats might even help us. I'm interested in knowing, and I'll just ask you straight up: do you have a man of the match choice out of the gates and score line?
If the person I'm going to watch is Shorts for sure. I just think plays He's very consistent. He's creative, and it's really across the board. They just play so well together. That third person has been maybe that unsung hero that has not necessarily put up a huge amount of stats per se, but they've been a part of every single game and just a part of the offense and the rotations and things like that. Shorts is probably my player to watch. I hate to say it. I think I've been pretty positive on these streams. I think I'm feeling a little bit of sweep season. I don't know how you feel tonight, but it's looking a little dirty out there.
It could be a sweep. I think Shorts, you said it right there. Shorts is going to be my player to watch. I don't want to wish a sweep upon us, so I'll go 3-1, but Rebellion are hot, and they have... I don't see any signs of them slowing down.
Yeah, I really like the way that they play. They play quick, they play fast. Just like I said a second ago, the rotations have been very clean, and that's going to be one of those things. They're high offense against a team that has played good defense. Eternal's going to have to play probably great defense to be able to steal a game per se, but keep themselves in it. I think this first game is important. You see how they match up, and momentum's very important in Rocket League. If you feel confident, even if it's a 2-1, 3-2 loss, if you feel confident going into game 2, that'll be just as important as well.
Absolutely. I know our players are ready to go, so I think we're ready to hop into it. I want to highlight an Eternal player, right? I know Philosophy has been on fire recently. Just inconsistency problems. So if Philosophy can maintain some sort of consistency going forward, I think that's going to be an absolute win for Eternal, and they're going to need it.
Yeah, I think so. She's played really well the last 2 games. You look at their cup match, she played really well in that one. Again, like I said, she had 3 goals in their last game against Los Verdes when week 4 of the championship. I think she's really come along. She's been a player that's really jumped in and got chemistry.
Already on the back foot, as Rebellion look to mount an attack early on, Pepper in the goal. This is how it's going to be the whole way through.
Yeah, I think you don't want to get into this kind of bump and run type play if you're Eternal. You want to be able to try to hold the ball and see if you can consistently have good defending.
Ball in, that's a great pass to Shorts. Oh, it just squeaks by. Philosophy unable to dig that one out of the net. Deep takes a touch, probably regrets that, and Polar and Shorts, the 2 players at the top of their team on every metric, are going to find their way leading the charge.
Yeah, we talked about how important their chemistry was. You look how Polar took that ball up the corner wall and put it right to where Shorts was. And look at that. Shorts just said, you know what, I'm going to make it a double. Gets it off the back wall, gets the double tap right off the bat, doubles up the lead 2-0, just 33 seconds into this one.
It's a nice aerial. It's I think what the kids say, a bot aerial, where you don't really do any flippy spinnies, but it's so effective. Just hit the ball and fly exactly where you need to go, and then when you're there, just hit it in.
Yeah, it seemed like when he hit it up in the air and decided he was going to relax on the beach and just lay out and redirect it right into the goal.
Oh, a little deflection. Shorts is going to be last man defending, and all of a sudden they're attacking.
That's less than a minute. That's a hat trick. I think the biggest thing there, I mean, I don't know how you feel about that one. It looks like Eternal's playing a little bit nervous. You see some bumpy passes right there, not able to clear the ball out. All of a sudden they find it in their own net.
Yeah, and I think they're nervous probably for good reason. This is a very talented Rebellion team that can embarrass you at a moment's notice. They have to be on the top of their game. And right now, a minute in, down by 3, this is not what they're wanting.
Yeah, there's still a lot of time. Not necessarily saying that you come back to get game 1, but we talked about building that confidence. Now it's all about, can you get confidence? Can you settle into this? Can you get a goal or 2, maybe to take some positives into game 2?
Polar just plays it off the backboard, probably for Shorts, but Shorts is taking his time as Triple C gets his turn to offer up a goal to the Rebellion side.
Well, once again, it's all Polar setting up the plate, and Triple C just comes in, cleans up the house. I mean, that is about as perfect passing. I just can imagine perfect communication on their end as well to create that kind of goal.
Philosophy in it 50s middle. Oh, that's a great 50 from Deep, as Philosophy and Adefo are having a bump off. Deep's gonna grab a goal from what, half field?
Yeah, the ref almost stepped into that one and had to break him up there in the back. And at the other end, the goal is just kind of flying in on one of those kind of just bump and run goals. Just say thank you and take it. And again, try to build some positive. We've had enough 5 goals here, less than 2 minutes into the game.
It was a bit of a fortuitous play, so I wouldn't take too much from that, but it could be something, as we see an attack mounting, it could be something to build on going forward, at least into Game 2. Game 1 already looks like a rough spot.
Yeah, we talked about Philosophy. Philosophy is having some trouble right now getting control of her car. I think that's one thing, as that one gets around her again. Shorts now, oh my goodness. 4 goals on 5 shots. He has 4 goals just 2 minutes into this series.
And make it a hat trick of assists for Polar already.
Yeah, you say that perfectly. Polar's been perfect on his passing so far.
Here he is to the wall with 100. He's gonna beat 1. His Philosophy is there, and I don't think that's the bang that they need.
No, Shorts almost got the bang that he needed. He almost cleaned up his own redirect.
I love it. Go for it, but yeah, I guess up by 4 goals. Go for the spectacular.
Yeah, I think that's the most dangerous thing I think you could probably think if you're Eternal here is seeing a very confident team, especially a very confident Shorts in the way that his offensive attack has been this season.
A Dayfo, a little whiff coming out. Triple C is going to try to dribble. Good tackle in from Philosophy as it goes middle.
Triple C trying to lay one up there. Deep C knocks it away with some good defense. It looks like they've settled a little bit at better clearances, better passing, better rotations it seemed, but there's Polar again trying to put one across the goal.
Yeah, it was an interesting rotation. Definitely cut off Triple C. Polar could have rotated back and C could have gone all the way around and gotten maybe more power and a better angle, but I'd like to hear the comms and whether that was planned and called off Triple C or if that's just a broken rotation.
Yeah, a lot of trouble right here. I had a feeling that was going to be the back of the net. You saw Eternal low boost across the board, and once again, it's Polar. Polar just setting up 5 assists in this first match.
Yeah, I think that's appropriate to highlight Polar on that. Had the goal to shoot at, realizes probably going to be saved and could get dangerous going the other way. So if he shoots it near post, low, off the wall, the follow-up is going to be incredibly easy. And that's exactly how it went.
Yeah, I think it's been one of those things. They've kind of boost-starved him. You look at some good play here from Polar. Polar once again looking for his 6th assist on this one. Great play there from Philosophy. Philosophy puts it in for the back of the net, makes it 2 for Eternal as she gets her first shot on goal that finds the back of the net.
Finishes it and starts that play. That is some special stuff.
Yep, you look at Philosophy. She knew it. She was just trying to prevent the Brazil. That's all their goal was right there.
In chat, yeah, 100%.
About a minute left here. At this point, I think it's all trying to create a little bit of momentum, trying to get some positive play. Probably not let Shorts score his 6th goal of the game. Oh my goodness. Shorts is putting on a highlight reel here in Game 1.
You know, I was having a tough decision, right? Choosing between Polar and Shorts. I think we made the right call, though. As special as Polar is, setting everything up, Shorts is like a machine. 9 shots. So what is that percentage? Like 66 conversion rate. As Deep is going to grab another goal back. So yeah, they're a little leaky on defense.
It's been near perfection from Polar until that one mistake. You look at Deepsy, great finish there, able to circle his car, be able to bring it back around on the rotation and put it in the back of the net. Again, a little bit of positivity into this. It's still a little bit to go here in Game 1, but it's about finding those positives, finding just a little bit of momentum so they can settle in. Philosophy taking up the side wall. Look at his put across into the middle. Shorts says no. Shorts having a great offensive game, but also playing some good defense, not giving anything away.
I like that idea to just put it awkwardly into the corner, but was that Shorts who dealt with that so easily? What could have been an awkward play. He's just so confident back there right now.
I mean, you're just seeing pure confidence out of him. I think that's the perfect way to say it. Between Polar, just the sweet passes. He's playing like Scottie Pippen out there. And then you have the finisher, but also not only just a finisher, but someone's playing great defense too.
He's alone. Doesn't really seem too bothered as Shorts is going to smack that one away. Ball touches grass, and Rebellion come away 1-0 after a statement win.
Yeah, I think that one was about all as one direction as you could possibly have put it. You look at the stats, Short 6 goals, Polar 5 assists. The two guys that we were highlighting all pregame exactly as featured on the stat sheet in game 1.
And EC Eternal, deep, grabbing 2 goals, Philosophy with 1, Adefo trailing a little behind, not tallying a goal, assist, save, or a shot on the score sheet. So expect Adefo to either get subbed out or really start turning it up here in game 2.
I really expected Adefo there to kind of bring things in. He's been one of their consistent players for Eternal, so he's a guy that I was expecting to see something out of. Definitely someone I want to see here in game 2 be a little bit more consistently in on the action. You look at his rotations, you look at just the way he can mechanically control himself. Has to be a leader there for Eternal.
Let's see, we are doing some stuff here. I think we want to change maps. That's the idea. Oh, I think we're just going to get started. Whoop. We're in the same map, and that's okay. We're kicking off here, Funk and Shorts here in game 2. You saw Funk is going to be trading in for Adefo. And I think Funk was highlighted as a player that can give more. So we'll see if Funk does do so here in game 2.
Yeah, you look at the commentator curse of looking for a player to step up, and they're the one that actually gets subbed out of it. So great commentating and play-by-play there.
Absolutely. Funk, he's going to keep that one down. Second player deep. This is the first lead of the series. Gotta highlight that for EC Eternal.
Yeah, commentator curse to commentator know what he's talking about. Exactly as you said, Funk could be the guy that gives them that spark. It's him setting the table. Deep Sea coming in and cleaning house. 1-0 the lead for Eternal. So you never know. Someone could come in, get that confidence, not play a little shaken like what we saw in that first game from Eternal.
Funk, good challenge. He has boost to challenge again, making Polar play it a little awkwardly. And Huskies is going to be the beneficiary of that missed play. Wow.
Yeah, I love that one from Huskies. Huskies a guy that anytime I played with him in free play or any pub games, he's one of those guys that just can finish from anywhere. I really like that shot. You got a lot of power on it, not much you can do there on the defensive side.
Forgot to highlight that Huskies is subbing in for Philosophy, so that is 2 subs for EC Eternal, and they're already paying off here.
Yeah, you talk about just the way the Husky plays. He's a attacking-minded player that really has good control of his car. He's good mechanically. I think these are 2 good subs to potentially bring them back in this match. I mean, we talked about Andrea and the way that she's played. Philosophy Girl was one of those ones subbed out that maybe we'll see back later in this match.
Oh, ball in. Nothing doing when Polar is involved and Shorts. That's going to be a tough one to stop every time.
Yeah, that's a complete reverse of the first game. This time it's Short setting up Polar, and Polar says, I'll take that. Taps it into the goal on the good finish. Funk with a good defensive play got in front of it, but it looks like it bounced off his car actually straight down into Polar.
Yeah, well, it's a tough one, right? Do you want to get contact and risk being dunked, or play it tight and play for the block? Whatever he did, it was maybe the wrong call. I liked that. Was that a fake coming out?
I really liked what Triple C did right there. He took the defense out of the play, left it open. No one was able to finish, but what a creative play to even set up the opportunity.
Little pass infield from Polar, and Triple C on 0 boost. Can't get the power that play might have deserved.
You see Eternal playing a little bit more confidently this game. Obviously, a couple new faces in here in game 2 compared to game 1. After taking it pretty hard in game 1, you see a completely different team here for game 2.
Funk's going to turn early. Not a favorable 50 as Huskies is left back and actually wins over, what, 2 Rebellion players there?
Yeah, you look at Funk, a player that got involved early. I haven't seen him do much since that first minute, kind of getting taken out of by a little bit of the offense that you're seeing from Polar and Triple C.
Miscommunication there. Funk is alone and gets the clear. This play started because there was a little miscommunication in the back, and Funk didn't realize it was his to go for. Ball in. Polar, of course. He's got the quality to dig that out.
Polar felt that one coming. You looked at a good opportunity, really both sides. Triple C had a chance for a redirect. He missed that one. All of a sudden, Eternal goes the other way, and it's Shorts and Polar being able to clear it away.
Oh, good play from Funk. Had another player to deal with. Deep. These are not easy clears here.
No, not at all. With a lot of traffic, DeepSea jumped all the way across the goal to be able to clear that out. I think the difference here is you're seeing just fabulous passing from this squad. I mean, they are all over the field. They know exactly where each other are going to be. You see it from both Polar, you see it from Shorts. They are all just hitting it in. And Polar goes, I'm going to just drive down the lane and make it 2. His second goal of the second game.
Yeah, I think the C's were parted as Triple C is bullying back there. And Polar doesn't need to hit that beautiful of a flick. Truly,
Yeah.
but he does.
That reminded me of the LeBron James where he tossed it up and just kind of looked in the crowd after. Triple C knocked the opponent away and just stared at him. Just an ugly stare down as Triple C was putting it in.
Dangerous ball in. Very well dealt by Huskies. Scary. Huskies is back alone on 0. Clear is not that far.
DeepSea, good clearance out. Tries to hit Funk. Funk taken out of the play by Triple C. Triple C says, I'd have my Wheaties for breakfast, but completely misses the clearance.
Infield pass, but it's going to be a casual. Oh, Deep is pressuring early here. Pass across.
Funk not able to get anything on it. Polar knocks it away. Simple touch to the corner. This one could go either way, and especially a game like this, one of these boom clearances, you never know. You got to be able to take care of it, and Shorts does, just like that. Shorts leading scorer in game 1, his first tally of game 2. This one puts them in the lead now, 3-2 under a minute.
He is so clinical. Finds himself with a little spot right on the edge of the box where you can get a one-time shot. Just lines it up. Upper V. That's unreal.
Yeah, it's the famous quote of he puts it where Mama hides the Thin Mints. But just perfect upper 90 shot. Eternal here, down by just a goal, looking to see if they're going to play some defense. They're going to have to clear one out and see if they can take control of it down the field. But it's Shorts that knocks it right back into the offensive half.
Oh, a little aggression from Shorts. He's doing it all, offense, defense, and enforcing.
DeepSea needs to get a touch, can't get it away. Knocked away by Shorts. This time it's Huskies putting it up, but nobody's under the back corner to be able to put it back into the offensive half.
Got to get one goal. It's a great pass. Funk was not privy to that going on.
That was such a good offensive possession that it seems like they just were lacking that last touch in the final third. They were so close there to getting an opportunity in the last 10 seconds.
Well, EC Eternal struck twice early on, going up 2-0. Rebellion, throughout the rest of that match or game, had to claw back 2 goals and then finished it off with excellent placement from Shorts. Triple C, bottom of the entire table here, but filling in exactly where he's needed to be.
Yeah, a big stat that actually stands out for me on this one is Polar. Polar, the 2 goals, but 4 saves. It seems like when Eternal was trying to steal some momentum away, it was Polar that prevented any further bleeding and able to kind of create that offense on the other end. But you look at, just like you're saying, Triple C, who maybe his stats don't show it, but he was crucial in the bumps, crucial in the demos. Still had some great passes to set up his team, and Polar was able to finish it with 2 goals.
It looks like we may have a sub coming in. for EC Eternal. I haven't seen a sub for Rebellion. This might just be the 3 for the evening. But yeah, Rebellion, it's going to be Shorts, it's going to be Polar, it's going to be Triple C. For EC Eternal, it's actually going to be a quick sub. We're going to have Huskies, Deep, and Philosophy in. So brand new lineup again, all 3 games.
Yeah, I think this is where it gets tough, is you're playing a team that's clearly showing their cohesiveness and how well they play together against a team that's still trying to find that top lineup. I like Philosophy coming back in here. She had a chance to sit that one out, and we'll be able to see her come back and see if she calmed down a little bit from that first game.
Huskies is alone. Good clear, actually. Could have found Deep with an interesting opportunity for a quick challenge attack. Quick attack? I don't know what it's called.
Yeah, quick something. Huskies trying to clear that one away. Triple C's going to put it right back in the middle. Nobody home for that one as Deep puts it to Philosophy. Triple commit. I think that was Philosophy that just got absolutely launched by Deep Sea, who just got absolutely launched into oblivion and demoed.
Shorts is on 0, otherwise that would have been an extremely dangerous counterattack. Oh, Shorts tries to hit the attack for IT Polar over there, but completely misplays that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, not the cleanest first minute of this game. Probably the first one of this series so far that hasn't been very clean. And Shorts looking to become the passing side. Shorts trying to put it in, blocked away. Now Philosophy clears it up the field. Great chance
here.
here.
A great Doomsday attempt. I like to see that. There were
Philosophy tried to play it and kind of bounced into the ball a little bit.
Yeah, there were 2 Eternal players kind of trapped in the net, just the way that play developed. And yeah, you like to see Shorts just calling off his players, saying, hey, we'll go for the Doomsday, and not give up any defensive pressure.
Deep Sea trying to get it away, but is able to get the flick up the field, one-on-one, taken away by Shorts. Shorts, a little bit of boost. Plays it towards the middle. He has Triple C in the middle. Triple C pops it up in the air. Shorts looks for the demo, nobody home. Huskies is going to clear it away down the corner.
Shorts on 0, make that 100, as Polar's going to dunk over Philosophy, Deep with a slight touch, but Polar, you know how good his passing is. He's always looking for that last pass to make an easy goal.
Yeah, what I like from that one is exactly what he said. He's kind of always looking for it. You can see him actually slow up right there, but this one bounces in the middle. Huskies is able to put it away. This pass comes from a redirect. Deep Sea hit it down. Shorts bounced it in the middle, and Huskies right there to clean up the garbage and puts it back into the trash can.
You know, for all I was talking about Rebellion this game, they have 0 shots and 3 saves. And it's the complete reverse. Eternal with 0 saves and 5 shots. So it feels like Eternal might actually be the stronger opponent here in Game 3. Wow.
Okay.
That was almost a curse right there.
Yeah, just like that. You look at the Huskies able to clear that one away off a good shot. Their first shot of this third game.
Everyone's cautious. Wow, that was odd to see. Nobody attacked that play.
Yeah, this is a scary situation to be in. That's exactly why right there. Exactly as you said, they played a little scared. They were a little timid. Nobody wanted to go for the ball. And Short says, you know what? I'm the offensive leader here. I'm going to put this in the back of the net. Great way to angle his car, get the good angle on the shot, and power it in.
What's frustrating, we were watching that play from Husky's perspective. At least I think we were. I was. And he had probably the best read on that play. But both of his teammates were in the way. Triple C is going to cut me off here and lead them here in Game 3. They actually, somehow they find the lead.
Yeah, this time it's Shorts. Shorts puts it right off the wall, bounces right for Triple C. And second game in a row that Eternal started great, but about midway through, you just really feel that tidal wave of momentum going the other way.
Triple C last back does very well to knock that to the side. Shorts, no problem. Oh, it's a great pass from Huskies, but everyone's retreating, and this is going to be a counterattack from Rebellion, just like that.
Yeah, I think that's one thing you see here. You see a team that's playing a little bit timid, and timid is very dangerous. And it's a team that they've had some good passes, but they seem to have the players rotating to the defensive side of the field. Not that that's a bad rotation per se, but the passes are there. They just haven't been able to take advantage of them.
Deep getting a little aggressive. I know we've seen that aggression from Rebellion, and here later on in Game 3, we're getting some demos from Eternal. Maybe too little too late, though. I don't know if this is their MO.
It's Huskies. Huskies unable to clear it. Philosophy Girl taking out Shorts, who Shorts had a just about open shot on the goal before Philosophy taking him out.
Oh, fantastic. Deep into the middle for Philosophy. And no boost. Shorts is going to absolutely dust right there. A good pass middle for Triple C. Deep is very up early on that. That was nice to see from him.
Oh my goodness, look at that. No boost.
Oh, no.
Knocked away by Triple C. But not long enough for Polar to put it home. Triple C, almost an own goal from Deep Sea. Triple C knocks it up and Polar takes that and puts it in. And probably finishes us off in 3.
You know, it came so quickly. You wouldn't expect that one to find the way to Deep. And I don't think he expected it either.
Good read there from Shorts. Shorts off the back wall, played some good defense, and 3-1 game. It's just about closing this off now.
Oh,
my
no! It's still
special.
3-1, 20 seconds, Snoj. I think that's going to be the dagger. As everyone says here, that might have been the nail to do it.
Yeah, that's tough too. You look at 2 games in a row, Eternal felt confident. I think they built off the end of that game 1 to get that early lead in game 2. They got an early lead in game 3, and you just see their opponents just really turn it on. And I mean, all 3 of them just so well, such good rotation, such good shots, great passing, just really all across the board able to turn it on.
There were some flashes. There were some moments where you thought Eternal might do this. And they could in the reverse series later on the season, but this, on the night, absolutely belongs to Rebellion.
Yeah, second time I've seen Eternal play this year, and then here in this season, and I think Eternal played really well, but Rebellion, you just see why they're the offensive leaders this season, why they put up the points that they do. A great sweep for them. Now 4-0, top of the table kind of energy from the Rebellion.
It was a top of the table performance as well. Shorts, we highlighted him, and he absolutely proved us right. Lighting up the scoreboard here, even in a game where he didn't perform at his best. I think his best was like, what, 6 goals in game 1? Something absurd like that.
Yeah, I think what's funny about that one is we called out Triple C, and Triple C was like, you know what, even though I haven't lit up the stats, I've been a big part of this. And then he comes through in game 3 with 2 goals, 2 saves. Both of his shots came on target and even tallied an assist, one of those going, I believe that one was to Shorts on that little redirect play. But a good series for them. I mean, obviously, that's kind of what we expected from a team that is undefeated right now, a team that's top of the table. They're playing like the team to beat this season. And you look at the other side, I think that they played well. I think the stats may not say, especially that they kind of grew into that match for Eternal. I really liked the way that Philosophy Girl played in Game 3. I really liked, obviously, when they brought in Huskies. Huskies was a big part of that. So I think there were some positives to take from that, even if it's a sweep. I do think that they, especially in that Game 2, kind of that early part of Game 2 and most of Game 3, really played a lot better.
Yeah, absolutely. There's a lot to like from an Eternal perspective. The lesser teams would have crumbled and gotten demolished after, Shorts shows out there in Game 1, but they made a couple subs, made the rotations they needed, and had opportunities to win a game here and change the tide. But it didn't work out for them this week. They have next week and several more to look forward to. I'm wondering if they're going to be looking forward to the reverse fixture of this, because I wouldn't know for myself. Rebellion are a bit intimidating. I don't know if I would be looking forward to this again or what. So I think that's a good question to ask later on.
Yeah, if you're coming back for that second game at the end of the season, I mean, I think we both saw it in Game 1. They just seemed a little nervous, and you can't play nervous against a top team. And I think if you can kind of come into that back into the season match when they face them again, just relax a little bit, nothing to lose type of match. And I think that's when you can be the most dangerous. I think we saw that from game one. There was really not very clean passing, a couple intentional or unintentional faking, things like that. I think those are the things that if you're playing a top team, they're going to take advantage of that and put it in the back of the net, just like they did in game one.
I think that gives a good opportunity to bring in the first player that we highlighted and had probably a man of the match performance. It's going to be Shorts joining us in the booth. Shorts, how are you doing after that?
Feeling good. Love catching.
I don't know if you listened to the pregame of that, but I think we were just hyping you and Polar up and your guys' offense. I think you had a hat trick there in the first minute. What were you guys thinking just the very start of that match, trying to get momentum really early?
We just wanted to play our game, and it really came off. I don't know what happened to me, but all of my shots were really just going in. So yeah, I just felt pretty good tonight.
Yeah, I mean, the one that comes to mind was, I already forgot if it was game 2 or 3. It was tied at 2, and the ball just kind of falls to you at the edge of the box or where the box would be. This is car soccer. And you fire it in top right. No hesitation. It's just like, was that pure instinct? Was that lucky? Or is that something you do consistently?
I think being there is consistent and instinct. I think the way that I pinched that off the ground came off better than I would have expected. That shot was incredibly fast. I know which one you're talking about. But yeah, it's all about being in the right spot, and I was in the right spot and trying to get. Well, it's one thing we've been focusing on a lot is getting our percentages up, because in past seasons we've taken a lot of shots on net and they haven't gone in. So making sure we have our accuracy and keeping up the amount of shots is one thing we focus on. So yeah, getting those shots on net is our key, and how we succeed.
For those things you talk about being in the right spot, it also comes down to getting the right pass. Between Triple C and Polar, just the way they were setting you up with those beautiful passes. How big were they for you guys, just to be able to get that offense going? And I mean, it seems like every single time it was Polar setting you up for a goal.
Oh yeah, I mean, me and Polar have always had chemistry on this game. I mean, we've been playing for years and years. I'm nothing without my team. Honestly, I don't perform this well without, you know, my boys around me. I know how they play, they know how I play, and we really complement each other as best as we can every time we get in the server. So yeah, it's just some nights we mold together well, and tonight we definitely did.
You're here in, what is this, week 5 already, plus a tournament game, and you're still undefeated. How long can this go? I did say it, but actually though, do we think we can take it all the way to the end of the season? And if not, what do you think? How far can you take it?
You're coming after Toad, right? If it doesn't go all the way.
Oh yeah, 100%. I will create the petition for Toad no longer commentating. Yeah, the goal is
signatures out there. Yeah.
The goal is definitely to keep, win every game. We take it week by week, and we just try to win every week, win every game. Don't look too far ahead. If someone's gonna kick us off the pedestal, I feel like the storytale ending to our streak would have to be Steel Army. Thinking back, they were the first team that we ever lost to when joining the league in our first cup. So it'd be a hell of a callback and really hurt. But so that's the one that scares me the most, I'd say. But yeah, the goal is obviously to win every week.
Talk kind of midway through that game 2 and really game 3 too, where Eternal was really playing some great offense. They kind of taken it to you guys a little bit, had a lot of the momentum, but it never seemed like you guys got nervous. Where you guys just kind of felt comfortable we're going to play our game at that point?
Yeah, we had a really good flow in game 1, and I think that helped with how they pounced on us at the beginning of game 2. Rocket League is a game of momentum, and we didn't let that initial pressure kill our momentum. So we were able to carry it through. And honestly, in the past, that might be something that we kind of fold when we give up an early goal. It's historically something that we do a lot. In the past, that might have been something where we fold and we end up losing a game that we shouldn't. But we held it together. So yeah, it seems like we're improving in that front.
Yeah, honestly, no more for me. I think you had a fantastic performance, and it's almost par for the course at this point. It's what we've come to expect from Rebellion. So at the same time, you're gonna have to keep pushing the bar every week.
Yeah, that's the goal. Shooting for MVP. Polar's trying to beat me out for it, so we got that little internal competition. So that's what we're looking for every week to get the best performance out of our team.
It's either that or you're going to be coming after Toad, right?
Absolutely.
I'm ready.
All right, well, thank you. A great game. GG's to you guys. That was fun to watch. Kind of one of those ones where you talk about it before the match, how much offense we're about to see, and I think you were definitely excited to see what went down.
Yeah. Thank you guys for commentating. Shout out to Maz in the back office there.
As
running
always,
show.
the professional.
Oh yeah. And yeah, again, thank you for the stream and good luck in the rest of your games, everyone.
Thank you. All right. That was Shorts from the undefeated Rebellion. I'm saying it again for anybody who missed it. They are undefeated and cannot be beaten. Crazy stuff.
This man's like, he hates no-hitters, hates perfect games, hates undefeated teams. Just putting it out there.
Puppies, all of it. Yeah.
Oh no, don't bring the puppies into this. That was too far.
Too far. I think up next we're gonna have our second interview of the evening. We highlighted two players, you'll remember. It was Shorts and Philosophy Girl, and you betcha we got them both. Welcome into the booth. How are you doing?
Hello, rough game. Rough game.
It was, but at the same time, it was a great game to watch. There was some real fighting spirit there. Starting after game one, talk us through how that adjustment went.
I think we wanted to sort of rotate to, I think, what our best would be. And I think there's an argument I'm in the best. I think there's an argument Huskies Funk isn't. I think my argument literally was that Deep Sea needs to be in there because I think he is our best player. Controversial opinion, because he's always behind you and he always has your back. And that's somebody that I just think, and so we kept him in, and I believe we kept, actually I think we just kept him in, and it was Funk and Huskies. And that was the closest we got to a win. So yeah, it was a super close game.
Yeah, we see you
I'll do a
don't.
quick follow up on that actually. It ended up being 2-3 after a great start, right? Jumped out ahead 2-3, or sorry, ended up 2-3 after a two-goal lead.
Yeah.
It was almost unfortunate and unlucky the way that one turned out. Why not roll that one out? Same lineup for game 3.
I don't know. We like to rotate. We like to have everybody play and get a shot. And I did think that we still could do really great. And we were pretty close third game too, until it started to get away from us, obviously. But for most of that game, it was super close. And I think we also got the first goal in that game. I'm not sure. Did we?
Yep, absolutely.
a little fuzzy.
Yeah, you look at a game. I mean, I know you set out the second game, and we talked about game 1 being what it was. It seemed like game 3, though, we've kind of highlighted the fact that you guys kind of grew into this match. Game 2 was really close. Game 3 was pretty close until the final seconds. What was your confidence like? You kind of hopped in, and it seemed like game 1 a little bit nervous, if I'm not mistaken. Game 3, you came out kind of flying.
Yeah, I thought I was doing good, but it's just how it is, and I feel like our confidence overall is a lot better lately. I mean, we've gotten some wins, has been the big thing, and we've just been playing like the best teams, and so we finally get a few wins, and I think we're a lot more confident in our ability. And we really thought we could beat Rebellion. Like I know they're the best team, but we were like, if we can. I was saying, if we can score a goal, we can win a game. If we can win a game, we can win 2 games. If we can win 2 games, we can win 3. Like, it's possible. They're not unbeatable. We can do this, and it just didn't turn out that way today.
I like that mentality. Yeah, if you can take a goal, if they bleed, they can be killed, right? Like,
yeah, if it bleeds, it can die. Yeah.
Yeah. That's the correct quote. Yeah.
It's like
absolutely.
The Dark Souls sort of like anthem. Like the Souls-like shit.
And so we're here. What are we, halfway through the season? No, maybe less.
Yeah, like a
halfway,
third.
a little less through the season. How are you feeling like your team has performed? Do you have an identity yet?
Yeah, no, I think we do. I think we're a team that wants to all play together. If we could, we would be playing 5v5s out there. I think we care about rotation. We like team play. We don't want to sort of focus on one player or anything. We all care about our team.
I think, especially the way you guys grew into that. What are y'all taking from that one too? I think you mentioned it one of the first questions, saying that you guys have faced most of the top teams so far. It seems like the kind of schedule evens out just a little bit for you guys. Every game is, especially the last game that I watched from today, like it seems that there's a lot of improvement, a lot of chemistry. What are y'all taking from today to get try to get that win next one?
Yeah, I mean, it's Defiance next week. That's a team that I think we're going to go in feeling a little confident against. We play them a lot. And we've almost proven a little bit, I don't want to say better, but at least in Cup, a little better on the day. I think they're better than us in a practice match, and I think they're better than us in general. But, you know, I think we know them well, and I think we'll be able to do pretty good against them. And that's our confidence, right? Is that we know our enemy for once.
Our enemy. Oh, I love it.
I mean, for 1 week, right? Enemy doesn't have to be somebody you hate. It can just be somebody you're against.
Yeah, no, not. Heck yeah, straight to enemy. I love that sort of direction. I wanted to try to figure out aggression was something I personally wanted to see more out of your squad, because I know Rebellion were kind of getting in there. Shorts was getting his hands dirty, a little bloody, oily.
They were stopping us from being aggressive.
Yeah.
I mean, we were boost starved. They're getting good clears before we can ever really do anything. I tried some crazy shots. They were not letting stuff go in, you know?
Yeah, I think it's one of those times where it's obviously hard to come up with that answer. Especially, I think anytime that you got a shot, Schwartz was just back there waiting for him.
Yep.
I know we talked, obviously looking at y'all's team, but just how hard was it playing against Shorts and Polar and really Triple C? All of them were just put kind of all over the place.
I mean, I knew it was going to be difficult because I've been commentating a lot recently, and I've seen them play. They're amazing. It's really hard to get anything past them. And we were talking a lot about being aggressive. I personally thought demos were sort of a key against them. And of course, for a demo, you need to be like in the right position, and you need to like have a moment where it makes sense to do that and to like follow through and be able to get to them. And we were just not able to do stuff like that today. They were way too good at stopping things early.
Yeah, and sometimes the moment is just whenever you want to. That's how I feel about it. Sometimes the best demo is just absolutely the wrong timing. And then they get mad, right? And then they're like, oh my gosh, they're going for demos.
No one should ever get mad at a demo. That's the game.
Well, they should when I want them to, yeah.
Yeah, no. I'm allowed to do it, and you're not.
Yeah. Yeah. Exactly what I'm saying, yeah. But no, it was a great series, played very, very well, and I expect great things going forward. I know the power rankings expect great things as well, so it's not just me who sees it. This team has potential to go forward, but again, got to get points here, so it's going to be a tough one. You played tough opponents. You might have an easy schedule. I don't have it in front of me. But the way you say it, it sounds like we might be racking up points here starting next week, hopefully.
That depends. I think ECD is a pretty, in my less biased opinion, I'd say it's a 50-50 roll of the dice. You know, I couldn't tell you what's gonna happen. In my biased opinion, no, we're totally gonna kill him.
Oh, watch out. They're putting that on the wall right now. That's some Blocker's motivation to bring it back.
Yeah. All right. I think we're probably going to wrap up here unless you have any other questions coming out.
No, other than like... Nah, I can't think of anything. I can think of what I keep hearing you guys mention when I play, but... Friggin' North Korean flag, but...
Oh, that's
I
what was
never really
exploding on the
cleared that
field all
up.
over the place.
Yeah.
I've never cleared that out. It's just for funnies. I want more players to do it. I hope at some point I just see a bunch of players flying North Korean flags.
I refuse to get rid of my sombrero on top of my car. That's all that's staying there.
Oh, you got yourself a fuck ass topper, yeah.
Yep, I've had that. That was the first drop that I opened, and it has stayed on my car ever since.
I used to run a car called the Classy Welshman that just had like a really classy color scheme and like a top hat and a Welsh flag.
Yep, there you go.
And it was
I would-
backfire to make it look more classy.
I would usually run my Arsenal car out there, but then I get made fun of a lot, so that's tough.
I just wish they had a Sounders car. They did all of these. I'm not just talking about cars now, but they did all these freaking Club World Cup drops, and it was only like the popular teams. Like, fuck you.
Yeah. But I don't know how you don't have an MLS edition with you. You think how many fans out there would be a big fan of the MLS edition liveries for the cars? I mean, I think that would be great.
All right.
Yeah. Do you
All right.
have any shout outs that you want to give? I forgot to give Shorts the opportunity, but we'll give you the chance if you want to shout out anybody before you go.
I mean, it's just my team, you know. Deeps, Funk, Huskies, and Difo, and we're gonna keep grinding, and we're gonna keep practicing together, and I think we're gonna go at Birdana, Parks. We're gonna go at all of them hard next week.
Absolutely. That's one to watch. Circle it on your calendars, but you got to schedule it first, I guess. So just circle that week
Yeah.
on your calendar, block it off.
The whole week, yeah. No
Yeah.
other plans.
All
Pay-per-view
right.
stuff,
Thank you
right?
very much. Fantastic series. We expect great things.
All right, thank you. Bye. GG's.
GG's indeed. Well, we only got 3 games in. I was praying for game 5. I think I even predicted game 4, but in the end, 3 and out.
Yeah, I just think that we said it coming in. This was your top offensive team for a reason. You look at a team with Rebellion, they've scored the most goals. They have now the highest goal scorers. Obviously, it's early here in week 5 action as there's the first match that's taking place this week. You just look at the way that they're playing. I think that's the team to beat in the championship. They have obviously a destination. They have a target on their back. And obviously they have a little bit of that sudden kind of urge to get chased a little bit. You've put on them by mentioning the fact that they're going to be undefeated now, and I think that's
That's
just
right.
a team that passes well. I think anytime you have a team that passes, plays well mechanically, they're all over the field. You heard what Andrea said. She said their offense was prevented from really doing anything by just the way that Rebellion played, and I think that's going to be a team to beat, tough team to get past.
Yeah, they are undefeated, cannot lose so far, and I would be shocked if anyone could beat them ever
In the history of Rocket League.
in the history.
Ever, right?
in the history of
Ever.
Rocket League. Yeah. I think that wraps up here. So we're going to swing on over to the schedule and see if we have other games scheduled, which means we'll have streams scheduled. How fun is that?
We look at-
FSD Chrome and La Cinco Doce. We have that one for tomorrow even. These are all Eastern times. That is 10:30 Eastern and a different time for whatever other time zone you're in.
A lot of games out there. You have Timbers versus Sounders RC to go in the premiere. El Matador and Emerald City RC. My Dallas Burn still trying to nail down the time to play the Cauldron. And then the last match of the championship, FSD Azul versus Los Verdes, who's still looking to get on the board. A team that, you know what, they haven't won, but every single game they have looked so much better. I think that I'm not going to say they're going to win, but I think they're going to steal some games. I'm just going to say it whenever that game takes place.
Oh, yeah. No, I believe it. Absolutely. We have... Oh, you know what there is? El Matador and my own team, ECRC. This is a bit of a rematch from Cup Week last week. So we clashed last week, and we're just scheduling it again. Run it back.
Yeah, what's
So,
your preview of that one? Hot takes?
Always steaming. We're actually going to probably sweep, I think was the consensus.
Okay, I'll take that one. Not gonna. None of them. I know Luis is not listening right now, so he has nothing to say there or anything like that. So, yeah, I think that's gonna be a good game. My burn. I mean, we've played really well. I think Caesar's obviously been our go-to. We're looking for Playboy to be our MVP. Still looking to figure out what in the world's going on when he gets on the field. But you know what? We're not going to talk about that today.
We could. David's fun. What is not to love about
the best part was our post-game interview from our cup win was Playboy and getting David on there, and yeah, he didn't even play in our match, but it was a great interview. He was our hype man. I mean, what was actually funny is he was in the background watching the match the whole time as the team got down, and even myself, who I kept saying, oh my god, I'm mechanically challenged in this drop shot game. It was absolutely horrible. He's over there just saying it's okay, we're gonna get him in the next game, and as weird as it says, his hype was actually kind of a little bit of what carried us, and it's weird to say, but he was actually clutch for us.
You heard it here. Cheerleaders are actually very.
Oh no!
useful.
Yeah, that's
There you
perfect.
go.
Let's get that little soundbite.
They have their purpose. He's not just eye candy. Come on.
All right, I guess one look, if we want to roll to the standings to close us out, we look at Rebellion 4-0. In my opinion, I don't know what's going on with the graphic. They got to be the top, right?
One would imagine. I think this is probably going to get juggled around here a little bit. But starting on the bottom, Los Verdes still looking for not only their first match win, but their first game win. I am so curious for who they play next week. I'm always waiting for that monkey to get off their back. And then kind of walking our way up the standings, EC Eternal didn't move very much, just lost their GM percentage. So Axe and Rose should, I'm assuming, go top. So 5 points, they break that tiebreaker as we climb our way up the championship standings there.
Yeah, I really like it. You look at the mid kind of this FSD Azul, who's taken on Los Verdes this week. I think that's an interesting game. I mean, we said it just a couple seconds ago. Los Verdes has looked better and better. That's a scary team. You play a team that hasn't won yet. You don't want to be that team that on the other side. We talk about that Rebellion being undefeated. Los Verdes has not won one yet, and getting that monkey off the back is obviously going to be tough. But FSD Azul has looked really good. I mean, obviously, I think they're going to be the favorite in that one, but you never know. Does Team to Steal 1, Steal 2? I'm not saying they're going to go all the way, but I would love to see them take a game in that one.
Yeah, that's really tough to be playing FSD Azul next. And then, of course, you've got the Rebellion and Steel Army. I don't even know the way it works. I think Rebellion would go top of the table. But, no, wait. Because they had a bye. This is week 5, so they have only played 4. So Steel Army, just having been playing more games, I think.
Yeah, the 5 games they have, they got the 2 points off their 3-2 loss versus Rebellion. So those 2 points are keeping them ahead just based on Rebellion having that bye week.
Yeah, absolutely. Cinema to watch between those two sides, and they're actually going to square off in our next Cup week. Coming up in, 3 more weeks? Something like.
Yeah, if I could just avoid drop shot, that'd be great.
If I could avoid any of the extra game modes, honestly.
Hey, I'll take a snow day any day, basketball any day, but anything else we'll take away from.
Yeah. Oh man. Well, I want to thank everybody for viewing tonight. As I saw the comments come on in, I didn't even read any out. I was laser focused in, but thank you for staying and chatting. I see Debit made it all the way through. Good grief. He's been on here for a minute.
Debit went all the way from the blog show beforehand, setting everything up for the rest of this week, and then we got to see Eternal and Rebellion throw down, and 3-0 win for Rebellion. I think it was a pretty good match that was a little bit closer than what the score indicated, but it was a fun one, and obviously a pleasure with Maz behind the scenes controlling the board, and just such a great stream and production that he has going on.
Yeah, I want to shout out, Doughboy hasn't been shouted out in a while. He has a lot of these graphics behind the scenes that he made last season, and they still hold up. They're beautiful. So the standings. You've got a lot of the in-game stuff that Doughboy put together. So shout out to Doughboy. What a legend. But yeah, Maz behind the scenes getting everything going for us. Shout out the teams. We had a great series against Eternal, who maybe deserved a game. I think, you know, in my heart, I think that 3-1 prediction could have come true. They, you know, just need the ball to bounce the right way for them. But Rebellion made their own luck. And that's really what you need.
Yeah, I think if you're talking about anything when it comes to luck, I mean, Shorts and Polar and Triple C, just that's all the luck you need if you're going to come into a game.
100%. But I think that's going to do it for us. We're going to be back. I don't even know when our next stream is. I saw that one tomorrow evening, 10:30 Eastern. That might be our next stream, barring any scheduling shenanigans going on. But we should be back for at least covering that one and probably more. Wednesday's going to be a busy night. So,
Yep.
But yeah, I think that's going to do it for us.
Yep, should be a great one. It's been a pleasure. I'll probably, hopefully, be tuning in tomorrow, working the TCU basketball game tomorrow, and get to see TCU, whatever they get to do against number 6 Michigan on Friday as well. So that should be interesting.
Always a pleasure. It is so much fun commentating with you.
Absolutely,
Shout
pleasure's
out,
over here.
Of course, Annam is the legend, a real commentator. You guys, this
Sometimes, every once in a
is. We got him. We got him.
I'm obsessed with stats, so I'm looking forward to as I build into this league and get to know everybody a little bit better and see what we can do as we go along.
All right, it's been a pleasure, guys. We will see you tomorrow evening. Come back, please. Please come back. Have a
Peace
good
out,
evening.
Cub Scout.